Okay. Oh, can you hear the beep, beep, beep? That's FedEx. A lot of deliveries here. So everybody orders everything to the door. So it's a different it's a different time than what I grew up. Boy, I miss the olden days. Remember when we had to stretch the cord all the way into the bathroom to get privacy? I had to try to be quiet, talk in the bathroom, and your parents could still hear you. And going out all day in the woods and riding your bikes everywhere, and your parents didn't even care where you were. They didn't even care. There was like, as long as you came home. I don't even know if my parents cared if I came home with this when the light was on, because I remember being out there at night too, building forts in the woods. I don't know. We grew up in the best times. Oh my God, the stories I could tell. You used to be able to do anything back in those days. It was so fun. They used to do so much stuff. Like they used to have big concerts in Kingston. That's why I moved there. I moved there because they used to have these big concerts, and I was like, wow, this is a really cool town. And they got the lake, and oh boy, I don't know. And I had this crush. I had a crush on this guy, John Landry. I don't know. He ended up being with some other girl, and I don't know. I always had a crush on him. He had the biggest brown eyes. I had a crush on him, and I don't know if that was like before David or during David or after David. I don't know, but I had this crush on this guy, John Landry. Anyways, oh my God. So, high school days. Oh my God, they were awful. I didn't like it. They ended up kicking me out. Two cops came to my door and they're like, they're kicking you out. I was like, well, fine, dandy, because I wasn't learning anything in there and I didn't like it. And the teachers were like, looked like they were under a lot of stress. Like, they didn't look like they hated their jobs. Like nobody looked enthusiastic about teaching. And we used to have this principal, Mr. Bankel. Mr. Bankel was his name, and he would literally like chase you. Like the guy was like in track, I think. I don't know. He used to chase you. Like if you were trying to skip school, like we skipped school, and we actually used to thumb to the beach. We used to thumb. And it was funny because if we wanted to bring boys with us, like our friends, we'd have them hide in the bush, and because they would pick up girls more than they would pick up guys, and then the guys would come out and be like, "Oh, our friends are here." We did so much stuff. We used to skip school, and we used to go to. This is back in the day, okay? This is what the kids used to do. Don't judge me. I Yeah, we did this. So we used to go to Onion Point in Rye for the like and hang out there, and oh my God. So I hated high school, and yeah, I didn't even learn anything. Some kid leased a joint one time with angel dust, and that was really bad, and I wasn't expecting that, and oh my God, the stories. So anyways, I got out of there, so I wanted to help my mom anyways, and that's why I ended up going to work early in my age because I wanted to help my mom. And yeah, so high school was really bad. Yeah, there was a guy. There was so many stuff that happened. There was like actually a murder in at this pond we used to hang out. I think two girls got murdered, something like that, at this hedgehog pond. There's a story about that, and two other girls got hit by some psycho. They like a hit and run. He hit him off the road, and then a group of kids. I don't know if you remember those trucks that didn't have the trucks. It was like a brat truck or something. I forget what they're called, but it was a weird truck, all right? And some kids flipped over, and one of my friends died in that, and so many things happened. So many bad things happened in high school. Oh, it was bad. And so, they kicked me out because of truancy, and basically I was helping my mom anyways. I was like, whatever, taking care of the house, do whatever. So I didn't really care. I was like, whatever. But one of the officers that was there, I saw him in court in Brentwood like years later, and I recognized his face. I was like, oh my God, it's him. Yeah, him and his brother. I don't know, two brother cops, but yeah, I want to talk about the cops. Like, so there's so many articles you're reading about all these cops like getting like investigated and stuff, like all in Massachusetts. I don't know what the last article I read, like 36, and like I'm so sad, all right, because cops are supposed to be peace officers, and they've turned them into these people that'll be like, oh, let's get the terrorists, even if they're not terrorists, like this whole program. You know, I want to go back to the olden times where they weren't like that. You know, they're supposed to be peace officers, and now they're like so corrupt. Like they're all these offices are like getting now in New Hampshire. They don't want to let. I don't know if they let the lottery list out or they let it out, but they crossed off about our names, and I don't know. I mean, these guys are, they're supposed to be protecting us. We pay them, or do we pay them? I don't know, because according to Mark LePage, he doesn't have to uphold the constitutional rights. He said that on video, and I was like, oh, you know. Like, I'll never forgive him for that, all right? Like, whenever anybody attacks the Constitution, all right, you're a zero in my book now, okay? Rights, if you trample on rights, you're a zero. Big zero, all right? Not taking my legal paperwork, zero. So, yeah, what's up with that? Like, now they're trying to do something where they're trying to renew public trust. Okay. Well, if you want to renew public trust, then why don't you investigate things you're supposed to investigate? I got a bunch of stuff you can investigate. But I have a police officer, FBI, in my house. Oh, my God. That's like a big kick in the face. Like, okay, Luann, I don't know. Flying over Wendy's house. Like, I used to see the cop plane flying over my house. Oh, I don't know if it was the FBI. I don't know. There was like weird, sketchy plane flying over all the time. And, why? Because I was saying stuff about what was actually happening and I didn't like it. Like, I literally have I should have a lawsuit about that. Them, whatever, I don't even want to talk about that. Oh, God, now you hear now we're hearing the sirens. Sometimes they just go whoop, 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 whoop when they go through the sign. Whoop, 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 whoop. Hey, I do that pretty good. But can you guys just be peace officers again? Can we do that? That would be better than this terrorism stuff, whatever's going on. I keep on reading articles about shady cops and corrupt cops and all this stuff's going on. It's like, man, it's pretty bad when you pay taxes your whole life and then they're not even, I know I'm saying things that are like, it's kind of useless, I guess. I don't know. I didn't sleep last night, so I'm not thinking straight. I don't know when I'm going to sleep, but I'm sure I'll crash at some point. I'm usually out doing camping or traveling but I'm, I got financially my asset stripped. So, and I'm scared to go to do stupid jobs because people are crazy. And I don't know. Anyways, my days are spent with my grandchildren, which are my granddogs. I guess I'm not going to have any grandchildren. My kids are like, I don't want to bring any kids in this world, which I really blame them, but it's kind of sad because, I don't know, I just miss the older days. And I don't know, my family really didn't care too much for each other. Like, I don't know. Like, my sister Lynn was kind of the glue. She didn't have a choice. And that's the thing, like, the oldest children always end up, like, they say, well, I ended up having to be the parent. And I have to hear that from Haley, like, I ended up having to be the parent. And I'm like, I am so sorry that I put you in that position. I never meant to put you in that position, but, I did have to go to work. And, I don't know. I'm sorry that if she felt like she got put into a position where she had to be the adult to babysit, but this is why I kind of respect other cultures, because other cultures are very family-oriented and more than the United States. Like, I don't know. I don't want to say Italians. Other cultures like Indian, the Arabic people. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, cultures that their family is like, that's all that matters, or they stick together no matter what. All that matters is family, okay? All the money in the world isn't going to make you happy. What makes you happy is the family and joy. That's what makes you happy, okay? So I'm rambling. I'm tired. It's probably really annoying to listen to me, my stupid accent. People make fun of my accent. They're like, oh, you got a Bostonian accent. Well, I come from New Hampshire. But I did live on the line. So it's like I lived on close to the Massachusetts line. So maybe that's where I picked it up. I can't help my accent. Everybody makes fun of me about it. So, oh, my brain cells. Okay, well, that's it. I'm done. I'll think of some more stories. I'm just archiving for my children so they can listen and be, wow, mom's really had a lot to say. Okay, love you guys. Bye.